So my name is Laura Marcus Soto Bogart, and I am the director and owner of Piano Partner McLean in McLean, Virginia. And today is the third week of online instruction because of this coronavirus, COVID-19. And I have enjoyed the online instruction. It is very beneficial in its own way, which is the matter for a separate video. However, this week in particular, I've been very much missing you, my students. And I thought, here you are alone all day with your folks and your siblings, and you have to kind of create your own creativity, your own projects, your own organization to the day. And I thought maybe it would be helpful if I sent a few videos to my students to inspire them so they can refer to them as they are practicing and review some of the things that we talk about in our lessons and addressing some of the questions they've had over the last several years. So today's, not a lesson, just a note, is about the creation of sound and how we get a beautiful sound and how we create that sound physically. So in my studio, from the very first lesson, sound is of the utmost important. Why? We do not want an ugly sound. It doesn't make our pieces sound any better. Nobody wants to listen to them, and it's not pleasing to the ear or to the soul. So from the very first, I asked my students, I've asked all of you, we've done this little exercise together where we hold up each other's arms and we hold them very, very high and we let them drop. And the weight of our arms, unencumbered by helping or holding the arm up, you can tell as they slap your legs, it doesn't hurt, but wow, there's a lot of power in that and a lot of weight in those upper arms. So, piano playing is a very demanding endeavor physically, and all we have are these 10 fingers, total on 2 hands. We cannot use our feet for playing the keys. And so the hands, the fingers, the wrist, the forearm, and the upper arm, and the back all need to support these poor, skinny, not terribly strong fingers. So we endeavor to encourage independence of the fingers, but the fingers need a lot of help. So the first thing we do is to feel a very weighted sound. If any of you have lifted a very heavy item like a box or whatever, and you know that if you use your legs rather than just your arms, you get much more power from the legs and it's a whole lot easier for you to lift. In the same way, this is piano. So if you just strike a key with your finger, okay, it's pretty loud, not a particularly beautiful sound. If you, however, let the natural weight of your arm produce that sound, it's a rounder sound, and the muscles that contract to produce that sound have a moment to relax because you're not forcing it. You are letting the natural weight of your upper body produce that sound. So, here it is again, the weighted sound and the unweighted sound. So from the very outset, during the first lesson, students bounce their wrists lightly, even without legato, to allow that hand and wrist to loosen between each key. As students progress in their expertise, of course, they are taught, you are all taught, to loosen that hand as you play, continuously loosen it. Okay, so in our scales, for example, when we first learn grouping, which is the subject of my next, not a lesson, just a note, oftentimes I will hear scales grouped like this. Now when you see that the wrist is dropped to create that weighted sound, it also boings up right away. It tightens the hand and the arm, and the sound isn't all that beautiful. So we don't need to force that sound. We don't need to push very hard. We just need to drop in, roll up, and the wrist moving creates a cushion for that sound, flexibility in the wrist, and a lot looser finger and wrist and hand to support a beautiful sound. And that is my, not a lesson, just a note for today. I will see you soon, dear students. Bye, Mrs. B.